I'm a really big proponent of the idea that artists are researchers. So a company would have an R&D department that thinks about products of the future, research and development. And artists are kind of R&D department for humanity that consider different possible futures. When you go through customs, they ask you what your occupation is. And if you say like media artist, it's like, well, what is that? Like, what does that even mean? So sometimes I'll write down animator, sometimes I'll write down researcher, magician, and I will say all these random words, but the best way to explain it is using the computer and using technology to create kind of moments of wonder and moments of surprise for people. I loved animation, but I never knew how to animate. And I discovered that with code, you could make something move. I put a rectangle on the screen and say, the x position equals the x position plus 1, and the rectangle moves. And x position equals x position plus 1, the next frame. And every frame, the object is moving. I was completely in love. I love making playful systems, things that are kind of fun and engaging and respond to you and have a life of their own. And I love making interactive work where you're inviting people to become performers. Interactive work doesn't exist on its own, but it's really about a kind of feedback loop with an audience. I started about 4 years ago doing daily sketches where every day I post a short poem, a short animation where I try to express something that I'm feeling. To actually work through your ideas in public, you start to learn and see how other people see your work. As an artist, the sort of superpower that you need is see your artwork through other people's eyes. You can learn so much. By putting your work out there on a daily basis, you're asking people to respond to it. Just to understand how your ideas are sort of swimming in the world is really valuable. If you think you're a researcher, then the question is, how do you publish your research? And in my world, I'm running software, so I publish open source. I take the things that I'm learning when I'm making projects and I publish tools that help other people make work. And for me, that's really magical to say that I can take the things that I'm learning and put them out and see how other people use them. And what's happened when you build these tools is you also build community. From my standpoint, one of the most beautiful things was just seeing all this creative work that's coming out of the Open Frameworks community and feeling like I have a small part of that. That's something very beautiful. You feel like you're connected to all of this creative work. The more people share, especially these things that they're learning when they're working with hardware and figuring out algorithms and so on, the easier it is for somebody else to get started. If you think about poetry, it is trying to use the right words in the right order to express the human condition, and coding is also about kind of using the right words in the right order to make something special happen on a machine. I didn't know the pathway, I just knew that this was something that I was passionate about. And I think a lot of students feel the same way. They know they're passionate about something, but they don't know the pathway. I don't want to make things that people will point at and say that's a great piece of software, but rather that's something that's really beautiful or moving or tells me what it means to be human or alive.